So this is a Japa group where every day we come together and chant. So if you could share some valuable messages.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. So happy to see all of you. It's wonderful that you come together like this to chant. So many devotees. Wow, amazing. Um, so, yes, I will share a few thoughts and words, and I'll be happy to hear from all of you to see whether you have any reflections also. Om Jnana Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthai Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Harinam Prabhu ki jai. When Srila Prabhupada came to America, then he wrote a beautiful poem. And in that poem, in the final line, he said something incredible. Bhakti nahi, bedi nahi, khub naam daro, bhakti vedanta naam ebe sarthak koro. After writing this beautiful poem on the Jaladuta, Srila Prabhupada signs the poem off and he says, Bhakti nahi, I don't have any devotion. Vedi nahi, I don't have so much knowledge. Kubnam daro, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I always found this line fascinating. Of course, we know Srila Prabhupada had everything. He was empowered by Krishna in such a special way. But I felt Srila Prabhupada wrote this line to give us hope. Because if in the morning we wake up and we look in the mirror and we say, Bhakti nahi, I don't have any devotion. If we look in the mirror and say, Bedi nahi, I memorized so many verses, I passed so many exams, Bhakti Shastri tests, but really speaking, I don't have so much knowledge. If we don't have any knowledge or devotion, but we can look in the mirror and say, but I have faith in the holy name. If we can say, I have faith in the holy name, we may be lacking in so many things, but everything can be made up. Everything can be saved. Everything can be reclaimed by that faith in the holy name, because Namachindamani Krishna's. The holy name of Krishna is like a touchstone. And so this is the great opportunity that each one of us have to kind of express our faith to Krishna by having faith in the holy name. Nowadays, we have faith in so many things. We put faith in people, but then sometimes people let us down. We put faith in our plans, but then everything changes. We put faith in our positions or our possessions or our arrangements in the material world, but gradually all of those things leave us. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada says to us, have faith in the holy name of Krishna. So if we really want to chant Japa, it means we really have to have some faith. I was thinking recently that Japa is probably the closest thing to pure devotional service in our current state of functioning. Because every other service that you do, there's some other kind of side benefit or immediate kind of experience or some kind of recognition or some kind of, uh, you know, gratification of the senses in some way. You know, you give a class, you lead a kirtan, you cook a feast, you hold a program, you organize something. there's always some side benefit. But when you chant japa, there's no side benefit in one sense. No one sees you, no one knows anything. If you do it or you don't do it, in one sense, no one will say anything. And while you're doing it, it's just very, very pure. It's you, it's Krishna, and it's the holy name. And there's no extra thing around it to lean on. And therefore, japa, in one sense, we could say, is the closest thing to pure devotional service in the conditioned stage of consciousness. And perhaps that's why japa is so difficult for most of us, because there's no gratification there, there's no side benefit, and we are exposed. We realize when we chant the holy name of Krishna where we really are. In those moments, you can't fool anyone. In those moments, we really understand where we are at. In his Japa reform book, Satsvarup Maharaj says very beautifully that your japa is the barometer of your spiritual life. So he says basically you can understand where you are spiritually, practically, by your relationship with the holy name and specifically your ability to sit down and just chant Krishna's names and be fully absorbed and present. So I'm just beginning this little japa reflection by reminding us that we must have faith in the holy name of Krishna. We put faith in so many things, but we need to have faith in this, because this is what will bring the real solutions. And the holy name is glorified through all the scriptures. There's a beautiful glorification of the holy name given in the 6th canto in the very, very famous pastime of Ajamil, where at the end of the pastime, if I'm not mistaken, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in his commentary. He says, Ajamil chanted the holy name at the end of life and got so much benefit. Imagine what would happen if you chant the holy name throughout your life. He says, Ajamil chanted the holy name and he was performing so many sinful activities. But what about if you chanted the holy name and you tried to live a pure life? How much benefit you would get? Said Ajamil chanted the holy name without the proper conception and he still got so much benefit. Imagine what would happen if you chant the holy name with the right conception. He said Ajamil chanted the holy name once and he got so much benefit. Imagine for those who are continuously chanting. So this is very, very beautiful because it reminds us that every day when we chant japa, we are investing in our eternal bank balance. We are becoming wealthy beyond our own imagination. We are receiving so much strength. One time, one devotee, he was pointing to his bead bag and he said, all the strength, all the enthusiasm, all the intelligence, all the capacity for austerity, everything is coming from the holy name of Krishna. So as we chant, we are becoming very, very wealthy, very, very empowered, very, very strong. Of course, we can't experience this moment to moment when we're chanting. We don't perceive that. But what happens is over time, just like you don't see your hair growing every day, but over time you perceive the change. And in the same way, sometimes moment to moment, we can't perceive the power that the holy name is having in our lives. But over time, through dedication, we see that it really moves us. And so to chant with faith, to chant with eagerness, and ultimately to chant with desperation. This is the real chanting. Once His Holiness Indradyumna Maharaj was giving a talk and he said, all of our service, all of our austerity, all of our study, All of our endeavors in spiritual life are just so that one day we can sit in one corner of the room and chant one holy name of Krishna and experience one genuine teardrop fall from the eye. If we come to that point, then of desperation to cry for Krishna, and they were Eka Krishna Nama Kare Sarva Papa Kshoy, one name of Krishna can just obliterate everything. So we're waiting, we're praying, we're searching for that one name of Krishna that we chant in pure love. And the more names we chant, the more we're likely to find that one name. Um, I want to end today in my little Japa reflection before I open it up by sharing with you sometimes a reflection that I have when I chant Japa. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear the story of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was living in his home, Jamatpur, and it said that one day the great devotee Miniketan Aram came to his home. And Miniketan Aram was a great uh, devotee of Nityananda. But he was disrespected in the house of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's brother and also the priest, they did not respect Miniketan Aram appropriately. And therefore Miniketan Aram, he left the home. And when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami realized that a great devotee has been offended, then immediately he was plunged into lamentation, into disappointment, into frustration. And all night he could not sleep because he had so much anxiety that, if a Vaishnav is offended, then everything is lost. And therefore he was lamenting greatly that how could I have allowed this to happen? My life is is finished now. And while he was sleeping or trying to sleep, overcome by this anxiety, then it's said that Nityananda Prabhu came to him in a dream. And Nityananda Prabhu said something very, very beautiful, which I often meditate on during Japa. Nityananda Prabhu said to him, Hare Hare Krishna Das, na karaha bhaya, vrindavane yaha tanha, sarva labhya. It's very, very beautiful. He said, Hare Hare Krishna Das, oh my dear Krishna Das, na karaha bhaya, don't worry about anything. Vrindavana yaha tanha, now you just go to Vrindavan. Sarva labhya, and there you will gain everything you're looking for. And the very next morning, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he remembered that instruction and he just left everything behind and he went to Vrindavan. So I often use this as a japa meditation, that when we sit down for japa, there are so many anxieties in our mind, so many worries, so many doubts, so many disappointments, so many desires, so many things going through our mind, and practically we're just overcome by anxiety and fear and anticipation and all this mental energy. And so sometimes when I sit down for japa, I just remember, Hare Hare Krishna Das, oh now, this servant of Krishna, na karaha bhai, don't worry about anything. Vrindavana yaha taha, take the holy name on your tongue, and as soon as you take the holy name, take your mind and your heart to Vrindavan. And there, chanting the holy name, you place yourself in the transcendent space of Sri Vrindavan Dham. And there, sarva labhya, you'll get everything. We try to scheme and we try to plan and we try to plot and we try to arrange everything so that we can get what we want. Um, and while japa is going on, we're making all the plans to make it all perfect, how we want to get what we want to get. But Vrindavana Yahataha, just take the holy name and go to Vrindavan. And there, in that connection with Krishna, sarva labhya, there we'll get everything. So next time you're sitting down before you begin Japa, or next time you're sitting down for Japa, in the middle you feel like the mental energy is getting too much again. Next time you feel that, desires are entering and you're becoming distracted, then just pause for a moment and preach to yourself. Hare Hare krsnadasa. Oh, this servant of Krishna. Na karaha bhaya. Don't worry about anything. Vrindavane yaha, tanha. Now just go to Vrindavan. Sarva labhya. And there you will get everything. Otherwise, we're looking for the right thing, but we're looking in the wrong place. So we just need to move our heart and mind towards Krishna's lotus feet and not worry about anything. So please remember this verse. It's very, very easy. Maybe someone who's good on Veda base, they can just search this out and put it on the chat. It's very easy, Bengali. Are Hare Krishna Das, Na karaha bhai, Vrindavane yaha tanha, sarva labhya. If someone can put this verse on the chat, and then I encourage all of you, try to memorize this beautiful verse. This is what Nityananda Prabhu told Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And on the basis of this one instruction, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami went to Vrindavan, and Sarva Labhya, he got everything. He got the topmost residence. He was living in Radha Kund. He got the topmost service. He wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. He got the topmost association, Raghunath Das Goswami. He got everything because he went to Vrindavan and he followed Nityananda Prabhu's instructions. So thank you so much. These are some words I wanted to share with you. So please don't be in anxiety about anything. Just take the holy name of Krishna. All right, thank you. So I see some hands.
That was such an amazing, wonderful Japa talk, Maharaj. Really appreciate. Please raise your hand in Zoom to ask questions. We'll call out your